Film Snob movie review. This is a big one. This is the biggest one we have ever done. Now, we've done 3, but still, this is the biggest one we've ever done. Let's say good morning to Ben the Film Snob, producer Ben.
Hello.
You are a disliker of most movies. Now, you love movies. You just get mad at a lot of them because they don't do a good enough job as far as you're concerned.
Yes, that is accurate.
And we send you... It's very accurate, yes.
Very accurate. I've had a lot to smoke this morning.
Well,
and
maybe...
where's the rum?
Maybe what happened is he saw Black Panther yesterday. Maybe he screamed with such joy at the movie, he lost part of his voice, and he doesn't even know what to do with himself anymore. The point is, Black Panther is one of the biggest movies probably in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
bigger.
huge.
It's huge. This is the biggest superhero movie
Ever. I mean, that's kind of indisputable as far as money goes.
Yeah.
It's going to be the most successful superhero movie to this point. I'm sure there'll be another one in there soon. Monica, Freddie Mac, you have seen the movie.
Yes.
Monica, scale of 1 to 10.
10.
10. Fred, scale of 1 to 10.
11.
11. Producer Ben, what do you think?
I give it like a 5.
Like a
5.
5. Like a 5.
5. Mediocre. Oh, God. I'm upset.
So
I knew it was going to happen.
5 is a fail. That's not even mediocre. That's like
That's
not
an F.
that great.
That gets you an F.
But what? Okay, so what did you think? I mean, what exactly? Why do you give it a 5?
There was a lot of there's a lot of bad CGI in it. That there
The
was
rhinos.
with the rhinos, the suit. Whenever he was wearing, because the suit is. There was a scene right in the very beginning of the movie when he's still in the plane or whatever. He's wearing a real suit, and then they just get rid of it, and they're like, "We're gonna have a computer suit, and it's gonna look terrible the whole movie." Why?
So he was wearing a superhero suit or a business suit to go. I have not
No,
seen
it's
the
his-
movie. Can
it's
you
his-
tell?
Spoiler alert for
I don't
anyone
know.
watching.
Yeah. By the way, we're probably going to get into some details you would consider a spoiler.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it,
So
we're
if you
gonna
don't-
talk about the movie.
Right.
Like,
And if you would like to yell at Ben in the live YouTube chat that's going on right now, you can. If you're listening to this on the podcast, just scream at your speaker and,
You can
and
comment
we'll
on
try
it,
to
too.
hear you. Yeah, you can always go
on
and comment.
SoundCloud. You can comment. Yeah.
You can absolutely do that. So you're mad because it starts with what you consider to be bad CGI. Most people that I have heard talk about this movie say they love the CGI.
Yeah.
They thought it was amazing CGI.
I didn't really think about that until now.
oh, you didn't know?
There's
What
only-
about
no.
the fight scene
No.
at the end?
I thought the fight scene was good. It was nothing wrong
Yeah.
with
No,
it.
the
As far
CGI
as far as
of that
CGI,
fight scene.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I thought it was good.
The only part of the CGI that I now remember was kind of iffy was when he died and he goes to the land of the forefathers or whatever they call it.
and it looked
you
kind
know,
of cheesy.
The sunset and stuff in the background was kind of like it needed some work.
But
It
see,
was
I feel like
kinda
that's
choppy.
what you do for like superhero movies. They have a little cheesy quality to them a little bit.
Do
So I
they
think
have
that's
to is the question.
part of it.
I mean, Deadpool has a somewhat cheesy quality to it, but it is deliberate. You
Uh-huh.
also find that it's that, and they're doing it on purpose.
Right.
You've seen Deadpool, right?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, see, I think that it was part.
You're gonna have to watch that
And
one.
it wasn't superhero-y. Like it wasn't superhero-y. It was some comedy with like some maybe drama even mixed in. It wasn't superhero just fight to the like
for
you know
a
what I mean
Marvel
the
movie.
whole
I
time.
think it crossed over.
It was perfect. It was
to
perfect crossover for it.
a different audience. Like it was like the people that love superhero movies were, they were excited about it. You had, I mean, the black community. I mean, like Black
Super
Panther
excited.
is,
Yes.
And
mostly black movie. So it was like people were so focused on that, and they're like, But I thought it was a great crossover to branch out. And,
I am not a superhero movie person. I don't hate them. They don't excite me. I think they're all the same. So I have issue with spending my time on something that I feel like I already know how it begins, middles, and ends.
Yeah.
Deadpool is my lone exception so far.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And
I
this-
am willing to open the door on Black Panther.
Yeah.
and for someone like you, me, and Monica too, not super into comic books or superheroes
Yeah,
really.
none
like
of
we
those
just
things.
enjoy the movie just for what it is.
But
right?
every
can.
time a new
And you
superhero
can
movie
do it.
comes out, people will say to me, "Oh no, this one's different. You got to see Ant-Man."
Nah.
Well, I saw Ant-Man.
See, that's different. That is totally different because I say that to Zach, and I'm like, oh, you got to see, whatever superhero, and he's like, no, I'm not into it.
We have,
But this movie is
Wakanda Forever as one of our
Wakanda.
comments. Also, does Ben
Yeah.
hate life? He seems like he could care less. I think you enjoy life for the most part.
Yeah, dying would be bad.
9 what?
Dying
Oh,
would be
dying
bad.
would be
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a fan of not dying, so he does like things about life. Okay, so what's on your mind with this movie? Anything you would like to discuss?
I mean,
with?
what about the friend? I don't remember his name at all, but the guy who was always wearing he was in charge of the rhinos,
Oh yeah, okay.
and he just flipped sides,
Oh yeah,
Well-
because he
and
lost,
he had no hang-ups about it. He was just like,
Well, he said, "My
"I'll
love,"
fight my wife to the death."
but that's like his,
Oh,
his
he
love.
was already upset
Now, Ben-
because he had lost some family
Yeah.
members because of
Also, Michael B. Jordan just showed up
showed up where?
at Wakanda. You remember he
well,
was
he already.
Well, he was
No.
able to get in because
he was talking to Andy Serkis. He needed Andy Serkis to take him because he didn't know how to get there.
This is like Gargamel and the Smurfs.
And then
he doesn't
he
know how to
just
get to Smurf Village.
Killed Andy Serkis and showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, you're using his
Okay.
real name.
I know. I was like,
You're
That's all
not
wrong.
using
Sorry.
his movie act. His
He's
his
talking
character
about
name.
He killed
Yeah.
Gollum, and then he took Gollum.
You're so stupid.
They want to go to Wakanda.
but it's so with any movie, you can't go into like so many facts before you're like,
Ain't got
okay,
that much
well.
time. It was already 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 15 minute movie.
And
so.
the movie too, I stayed for. If you are really into comics, you have to stay until after the
Yeah, there's a part
credits?
after the credits. Yeah.
2. After
Two
the
times.
credits.
Two after the
times.
credits.
There's
Ben, did you
two.
stay for the stuff
Oh,
after
really?
the credits?
There's 2. You need
Oh,
to stay
shit.
after.
No,
Only missed
he
one.
said no.
Only
He was
saw
out
one.
of there. Now I will defend.
But that's
this,
just because it was late.
this rhinoceros boss, whoever this is, this
Uh-huh.
person who you say just turned on his wife and was prepared to fight to the death. You're not married. There are certain times that you think, for the love of God, would you learn how to load the dishwasher? Fine. That's it. That's it. I'm going to the other side.
All right, just like you're throwing hate comments for Ben, go ahead and throw them from Zach now because Zach's on the loose end. No,
Well,
but it's he turned on his wife and turned on his friend at the end of the day, Black Panther, because he had lost some family members. They were murdered, and he felt like his parents didn't get
It's
justice.
like the meaning that he wants change. He was looking for a change when
Right,
you have
and
a
he didn't
certain
feel like
thing.
he was getting that.
Yeah,
So,
so that's what happened.
do you
with
guys-
that.
But to go to such an extreme
Yeah.
like that, to just flip.
He was like, I can't really do that to
When
my
when
wife.
Ben
Well, he
brings
had
up
to.
these points to you guys who like the movie, do you completely disagree with him? Does he have a valid point?
I get what he's saying, but I also see it as a movie, and I see the superhero, aspect of it where you can't really go into
Same.
so many
but
details.
why
of it.
can't you is the question.
Well,
Time?
yeah.
Time.
I bet they
It's-
spent a
maybe
lot of
it's
time on
2
writing.
hours.
As far as how Michael B. Jordan got to Wakanda, I mean,
I don't-
it doesn't really, it didn't matter to me. I wasn't thinking in the movie, or even right now, like, I wonder how he got there. He
What
took
about-
some plane and he figured it out. I don't know.
What
Doesn't really
about the
matter.
fake Black Panther death?
I knew
No, I
when I
knew.
saw that, I was like, Ben's gonna think this is corny. Ben's
He
gonna
fell
think this
over.
is so unreal. But
It's not
when they
corny.
explain-
It's bad.
it was
not bad.
good.
It is.
It was
you
good and it made
can't
sense.
kill a character and then just That is the worst thing you can do. Don't ever fake kill a character. It's cheap and it's bad.
They didn't fake kill him. People,
They
I think-
did. They threw
But
him.
he didn't technically die.
He didn't die.
His
was in a
heart
coma.
was he was in a coma, so he didn't really die.
People have fallen from heights
They assume they were,
like that and haven't died.
Ben, do you think this movie is the same as all other superhero movies? Do you think it's better than Avengers movies, X-Men movies, things like that? Or is it just,
Where does this rank,
does
man?
it lump in with all the other ones to you?
I mean, to me, it has a lot of the same problems that all the Marvel movies do. There are things that are better about it, but there are things that are just, for a $140 million movie, are inexcusable, like cheesy CGI that didn't need to be in there. Like that, just get it out. There's no point. Like if you
that's
don't
part of the
need
story.
I
that,
enjoyed the suit and
get
all
it
of it.
out.
It's
Yeah.
part of and I didn't find anything wrong with
I
the
even
suit.
liked the
I thought suit
rhinos.
was
The
fine.
rhinos looked a little cheesy, but at the same time, I enjoyed the rhinos. I'm like, oh god, but it was good. I thought.
I'm trying
That's
to
my
figure
opinion.
out where I fit in on all of this. Would I like this movie?
No,
You don't think so?
I don't think you would.
You really don't?
I don't. I don't know. I would kind of
I
lump
don't
it
think
in
it's
with
your-
the type of movie, like not as funny as Deadpool.
Okay.
I don't think it's your movie.
It kind of in the Ant-Man, but not like because it's not a good movie. I liked Ant-Man. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was a
love
big bowl
Paul
of
Rudd.
fine. I thought it was okay.
Yeah, see.
You might think Black Panther, based on you and your likes and the comic book thing, like you would think it's a big bowl of okay.
Okay.
So I don't think you wasted your time on it.
But Monica and I loved it.
I think it's
Everybody else loved it. Everybody in the world loved it. And that's okay. Zach, you haven't seen it. Ben saw it and thought the CGI was kind of, and I agree. Like, okay, yeah, that doesn't look real. But at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, it's a movie.
Yes, but Ben is saying for $140 million, you can make it look more real.
The thing, when you have bad CGI, it means it won't age well.
There's that too.
Like if you go back and look at old movies like
Jurassic Park,
things with real effects, they last the test of time.
Okay,
There's only a couple shots in Jurassic Park that were done in CG that look bad. The rest of it holds up because it was all real.
I mean, you think about it, even the original Star Wars movie from 1976. I mean, yes, it's from 1976, but for the most part, it's not embarrassing to look at all of the different effects that go down.
No, it's aged decently.
Yeah. But then you go watch some action movies, sci-fi movies from the 80s that look awful and just straight up cornball. I mean, I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Other than like the CGI and the death and rebirth of the character, whatever you want to call that, what about storyline? What'd you think about just the story itself?
I would have liked them to focus more on like some of the social commentary that they were bringing up, because there were definitely times when they, like, especially with Michael B. Jordan's character, most of the social commentary is coming through his character.
Yeah.
And when he brings it up, they have a tendency to move past it very quickly and then go straight to more superhero action stuff.
Okay.
But they want to touch on it, but they can't really make the movie.
But Ben's
right,
saying
because then it becomes too.
Yeah.
It goes like far right on like that
it's more
topic.
About it's like awareness.
I understand where he's coming from, though. Is he's saying, why can't you? Why can't you do that? Why can't you break the mold of other superhero movies and not do all of the superhero garbage?
Because then you end up with a 3-hour movie.
Yeah, but I think they did it right. It was enough to bring awareness.
It was enough.
Catch your attention and say, whoa.
There are people that agree with you. I'm in the live chat. Brianna says fake killing a character is cheap. Walking Dead has huge issues with that. Drives her crazy. Cut to black films. MCU is Marvel Comic Universe. Is that what that is? MCU? Yeah, they do fake character deaths all the time, and it's always cheap and unnecessary.
He's got a point. He makes interesting points. And I don't completely
and
disagree.
Ariel says, Ben, go away. Just
I think I like what you said. I like that you even picked up on it, like the social commentary and stuff.
It's there, but
right. It's just enough to start conversation, and I think that's the ultimate goal. Like the movie can't be Martin Luther King and all of his speeches and letters.
It's about awareness.
You know what I mean? It's got to be some sprinkles in there. Some things are a little bit more obvious than others.
Maybe there'll be a more serious documentary about Wakanda. We'll do it just a documentary about like going to school in Wakanda.
Anything that you loved about it?
Well, I liked when they brought up the social commentary. I thought that stuff was really good, but it's just. They just move past it so quickly into the superhero stuff. And it's like there's Michael B. Jordan's backstory with his dad and why they did all. He talked very briefly about how his dad thought that they should do more work in like America, whatever they're doing, because of like the drugs and like prison industrial complexes and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and they talk about it for like 2 seconds and then they just march right past it. And it's like I wanted more of his dad's story, like that. Was to me way more interesting than
Ben, don't you worry, that will probably be the 12th movie in the franchise as we get back around to it. So if you can hold out until the year 2060, then that may be where we get the origin piece of the dad in the Star Wars universe as we set it up. So really, the only conclusion we can make is Ben is clearly racist. That's exactly what it is.
No.
That's what it is, right?
Nope. But a 5, which I guess as far as superhero movies go, there are probably plenty that you give a 1 and a 2 to.
Yeah.
So it could be a lot worse. That is his Film Snob movie review. Don't hurt him. Okay. Is it okay?
No,
it'd be nice.
He's cool. We're still cool. He didn't give it a 1. If he gave it like a 0,
then there'd be fighting.
Those are fighting words.
Film Snob movie review.